Hey guys, Dr. Polly. Exercise 5 is a continuation of learning how to do revolves. If you look at this shape, you could think it's fairly complex, but honestly, we can knock this out in one revolution and one extrude cut. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let's say 2 extrude cuts and then a circle pattern, and we're done. So let's go ahead and look at what we're going to do. If you notice, they've given you a hint here. They've cut this object in half. This is what 8A is. It's a cutting plane line. And here is your section view resulting from that. Anything from this point, you follow the arrows, and that's the way you're looking at the part. So they've cut off this half, and they flipped it over to the bottom view here. And you'll notice that everywhere there's section lines, solid material that's been cut, and then it also exposes these gaps here, which are the holes. Okay. If you were to divide that in half down the middle, you would take this part, revolve it around 360 degrees, and get the whole shape. They've given you a hint over here on the side, and they've dimensioned it all out for you. So ultimately, we're going to create this F here. And we're going to revolve it around this axis here to create the whole shape. So let's go ahead and get started with it. I'm going to do a revolution. I'm going to start from the right plane, and I'm going to make my F face this way so the front view actually is the front view. And there we go. There's an F. So let's dimension it real quick. This is 3 inches high. This is 1 inch deep. This is a 1/4 inch, 250 thousandths. To the bottom of this line, to the bottom of the object here is 1.5. Oops, 1.5. Maybe. There we go. Let's see, it's all 250 thousandths or 1/4 inch thick, so this is 0.250. This will also be 0.250. This length here from this point to here is 0.750, and there is our fully defined F, if you would. So I'm going to finish it, and now it asks me the axis of revolution. I'm going to pick this bottom line, and you can see how it went ahead and just revolved it. Okay, so I'm going to say finish, and there's the beginnings of what we're working with. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the slot in the middle. And so what I'm going to do, since I centered it on the origin, it's going to make my life a lot easier. I'm going to say I'm going to do an extrude cut on this surface. I'm going to use my slot tool, but I'm going to go with center point straight slot. And I'll click for the center of the slot. Notice it expands equally both ways. I'm going to go horizontal, and then I'm going to expand it a little bit. I'll go ahead and put my dimensions in. The width of this is 625 thousandths, and the height of it is 375 thousandths. So there's that. I'm good. I'm going to finish that. And I'll go ahead and say I want to cut up to next, which will be the back, and I'm good. And so there's that middle slot. So now I'm going to go ahead and create my one circle of each of these holes. I'm going to create this one, and I'm going to create this one because they're on the horizontal axis. And the cool thing is if you count them, they're equal numbers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them. And there's also 12 of the larger ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this as one cut, and then I'm going to do a circle pattern using that cut extrusion. Now, if I were going to build this to where I could be really flexible with it, I would do each one individually. That way, if I had to go back and change something, it might be a little easier. Or if I needed to simply remove one set of holes, then I could do that. But for our purposes and showing you what you can do with the circle pattern, I'm going to combine this into one feature, and I'm going to revolve that whole feature. So to do that, let's go ahead and cut extrude, and I'll pick this surface. They're both on the same surface, which is this one and this one. I'm going to go ahead and get a center line from the center, go straight out horizontally, lock it in place. One circle's going to be over here, another circle's going to be over here. Let's go ahead and dimension them. These holes are 1/2 inch, and these holes are 1/4 inch, 250 thousandths. Now we got to figure out the distance. If you look at the circle patterns here, this one has a radius, has a diameter of 4.5, so that means it's 2 1/4 from the center to this circle. And this one has a circle pattern of 2, which means it's 1 inch from the center to this circle. So let's go ahead and do that. It's 1 inch from here to here, and then from here to here, it's going to be 2 1/4, so 2.25. And we're finished with that. They're going to extrude. I'm going to say up to next, and we'll say OK. Now, let's do a pattern, circle pattern. The first thing I want to do is pick out my direction. The second thing I need to go ahead and do is say I need 12 of them. There is no direction to. Features and faces, I'll select that. I'm going to go to my drop down, and I'm going to pick this cut extrude here. You'll notice that it patterns them all, and then I will say OK. And we have finished our exercise 5. And what we've done revolves, and we've done circle patterns in the feature mode.